Hello, and welcome to another MCO market update on Cardano ADA. Yeah, ADA continues to be in, you could say, a larger sideways correction. Obviously, however, also affected by the current selling pressure that we see. There's quite a bit of selling pressure, as at the moment on the smaller time frame, it looks like this kind of bear flag that we talked about in the previous video broke indeed to the downside. I did mention that here as a potential bear flag on the larger time frame, I think. On the smaller time frame, though, I was watching if the market can generate some upside momentum, which could still happen. I mean, you can get a fake out from a bear flag to the downside before it then carries on higher, but it remains my view that we don't really have a reliable bullish setup here right now. But it's important to watch for key levels. But yeah, there is no high probability setup. That's very, very important to understand. And we're simply tracking the waves right now. We're simply tracking the structure. And I try to give you my best idea of the overall, the relevant levels for risk management, the direction, and the levels that really matter on this chart. So on the daily time frame, again, we've got this main support area below, still between 29 cents and 36 cents. That's the support area that worked well back in August, September, October, and the price reacted to this support zone, and we had a nice rally to the upside, which we can label a third wave in the yellow scenario. Then there was a fourth wave, and the fifth wave is still outstanding. Yeah? Now, this is only one scenario. In the white count, the wave 4 might still be unfolding as a triangle. But all of that is not high confidence right now, because we are simply, we need to see if the price can hold support. I mean, there are some levels that I'm watching that will tell us that we're most likely going to dip back into the lower support region. And there are some key levels, especially here, the previous swing lows, especially 58.3 cents, below that 51.1 cents. These are two levels I'm watching, I'm tracking on the larger time frame. Below, we're likely gonna dip towards that yellow support zone, and we'll see if the price can generate support there. If not, that opens the door down to 13 cents, 6 cents even, or 5.5. But we don't want to talk about that yet. I mean, what I can tell you is that there is still a chance for reversal, but there is no local setup that would right now suggest a breakout is underway. So that means rather sideways, down, yeah. Short term, we could get a bit of a bounce, but again, it's not doing it right now. I'm always a huge fan of staying in the present. So it's very important. It also works in other areas of life. Not to try to cling, or let's say hope that something happens, but rather let's just listen to what the market is telling us right now. And the potential for rising prices from here is still there. And I would say ADA is still holding fairly well, especially compared to some other cryptos. But there is simply no, let's say, 5-wave move up on the smaller time frame that would tell us the next rally has started. Let's take a look at the shorter time frame then, and you will see that I'm still tracking the two scenarios that we discussed in previous updates. So one of these scenarios is a triangle pattern in a fourth wave, which could still be unfolding. That's actually been the expectation anyway. So wave A, wave B are complete. The thesis is that the C wave could be completed as well. That is currently being challenged. The D wave might be unfolding and should take us into the area between 88 cents and $1.08. But don't confuse, or don't mix this up with a let's say a high probability setup or something, because this is a corrective structure within a larger corrective structure. So we're not dealing with like strong uptrend here or anything. There's no uptrend and a pullback. No, this is a sideways range, or rather even a downtrend, and we're still waiting for signals that the overall correction is over. So even in this scenario, it would simply be a corrective bounce before we go lower, and then we couldn't think about a breakout. But the triangle doesn't look full yet. Yeah? And even in the yellow scenario, which is more directly bullish, as I said, I don't believe a C wave has started, because there is no impulsiveness. And even if we're in a diagonal pattern like this one, wave 1, wave 2, A, B, C, and wave 3, at least the C wave should be impulsive. Don't see that right now, okay? So it leaves us with a very, very, Lousy structure. Yeah, it really is a lousy structure. The price already failed an upside breakout here from this flag pattern. We're now going lower. I'm watching if the market can find support around 64 cents. That would at least allow the white count to stay as it is. Below that level, the C wave of the triangle is likely still unfolding, so it will move from here, from the 11th of March low to a new low. That's quite probable, I would say. Can actually leave that arrow there. Yeah. So this is something that I'm definitely tracking. I find likely. I leave the trend lines here because it could be that the price is going to retest it from below. But yeah, overall, we're simply waiting for signals that an uptrend is starting, and any break below. The problem is there's also no reliable short trade setup, not from an Elliott wave point of view. Of course, you could have traded the break down below this trend line, but we're here to explain Elliott wave structures, right? You can trade anything, but it's about understanding what is the structure from an Elliott wave point of view, and it reminds us just to be cautious because there's no high probability pattern. We're in a range, and I'd say a first warning that something larger is breaking down would be a break below 64.4 cents, but then we would also need to see a break below that swing low from the 28th of February at around 57.8 cents. For further confirmation that something is breaking. And then we still have this level to watch around 51 cents. But what can I say? It's a bit of a frustrating market. Definitely no clear uptrend, just sort of an up and down without clear direction. So we're still moving in a tight range, even though the pattern broke below that yellow trend line, but that's not so meaningful. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.